Kind of, yeah.
Are they still here, or?
No.
Well, they're saying thank you. Who's that?
My nephew.
Your what?
My nephew.
Well, he said turn to you and thank her for taking care of my children or my child? Or was it him?
Him.
Him. Okay. So I was picking up you were taking care of a child, and it was him. Okay. So he's thanking you for taking care of it. You were my only hope. And it was I rolled the dice and it was a good roll. Because you were mom. I'm sorry I let you down. There were times that I didn't appreciate it. Does that make any sense?
There's a lot of questions about how he passed.
I was just saying it was my fault. Is there substance? Or did he have friends who were druggies?
No.
Do you have friends who are? Or did you lose anyone else to drugs?
His father had substance abuse and his mother had mental illness for a time period.
Mental illness. And I went from you right to her. I bet that's the mental illness I was getting.
Yeah.
I bet I was starting to read you already and didn't know it.
There's questions whether.
So hang on. And once I got the mental illness, then I got the substance abuse, which happens to be that couple. So I think I was transferring to you. Okay, that makes sense.
There's still questions surrounding this stuff.
Accidental? No, hang on. Did she overdose?
No.
The one with the substance abuse. Did you ever have to pump her stomach? I went to the hospital twice. One time they pumped my stomach, one time I just stayed there until they made sure I wasn't going to code. Oxycontin. But it was pills. Who's that?
My brother.
Did you ever have to go to the hospital?
Overdosed at home several
Is he still here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just picking him up in my head.
He's been clean several years.
Okay, well I read the living too. So he's a good guy to me. Here he's become better. Are there heart issues with your nephew?
Passed now.
No, I understand everyone's heart stops when they die, but I mean, was there issues with his heart?
Broken.
Oh, okay. And this could be,
Broken heart.
like the bad blood, this could be a misinterpretation because he's shown me his heart. In the depression, he's saying the depression that went along with it. Was he murdered?
We don't know.
He's saying they killed me.
It's what I think.
There's no doubt about it. I'm here to clear the story or clear the record today. And I have been murdered. He's writing it in capital letters in my head. My life was taken. And they disposed of me. They threw me away like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then they found me. Did somebody call the cops?
It was his mother. And then she called someone.
Because he showed me the person calling,
Yeah.
finding him, then
and
calling.
then the police.
Yeah, and the
because
cops.
the police just took her at her word, and now they have no way to.
Was there any wounds? Because he's saying I was a mess. They just didn't know who did it.
Yeah.
Nobody spoke up when there was no evidence. There was a conversation that went bad. And feelings got hurt. Was he stabbed? Somebody had a knife. Did you ever carry a knife?
Okay. It's unknown.
I'm hearing I'm holding a knife.
That's possible.
Oh. but not quick enough, he's saying. Was there trauma? Like blunt force? He's saying almost like somebody took a rock and cranial damage?
Yeah.
There's fractures in this patient from the x-ray are unsurvivable. Part of the skull pushed into the brain matter. And it would be instant death. I don't even think the guy would feel it. It would probably feel like somebody, like you banged your head and instantly. You got away with it.
Yeah, she did.
Or she did. That bitch will travel go through the rest of her life knowing that she got away with it. They'll never catch her. I'm telling you from up here, they'll never catch her. She was one smart bitch. She thought about how she was going to do it. And she made sure she had all the bases covered. What she didn't realize is that I was going to come through someday and confirm it. I'm pretty sure I've heard before, it makes sense because who am I? But I don't think medium's testimony is me to squat and zero that report.
No. And I have the police officer came back to me afterwards and has apologized to me and realizes now that there's nothing that can be done at this point. It's gone with the wind.
You're not going to like what I'm going to say now, though. I forgive him. You couldn't possibly, I don't think, imagine why I would do that, but I have. It makes me rest easy. What we learn from up here is that anything that you hold causes you strife when you're trying to rest easy. And I didn't do it just so I could rest easy. I actually, for some reason, forgive him. Hopefully you can let it go too. Huh. The other side of me would love to haunt the shit out of her.
We prefer that.
In a way that would probably be somewhat permanent. We're not allowed to do that. If we do, they consider it crossing from the other side. The gun's in a barrel in a landfill. She dumped it at a landfill on a friend's load of garbage. It's wrapped up and sitting in a landfill. Southeast corner. Is there any relevance to anything Meadows, Meadows Lane, Meadow Brook, Meadow View, Holly Meadows, any last name Meadows? Anyone? There isn't a Meadows?
My daughter does. She lives in Springwood Meadows in Albany.
And you're standing next to me. Is she still here?
Mm-hmm.
Did she lose a child? Do you know if she had any miscarriages or terminations? Don't know or no?
No, she didn't.